Hi friends! Over the last several years, I have run a series of 5Ks, 10Ks, and half marathons with very limited athletic history. I would like to share with you 10 tips that will help you put your best foot forward in running your first 5K or first half marathon. During this time, many races are being done virtually, and these tips would apply to virtual races as well. Before I begin, I would like to show you a sampling of some of my medals. This is a medal I earned from New York Road Runners 10K race, the Oakley 10K. This is a medal that I earned from New York Road Runners Brooklyn Half Marathon from 2013. I ran 13.1 miles from Grand Army Plaza to Coney Island. I did the race 3 years consecutively, 2013, 2014, and 2015 self-trained. And this is a medal that I earned for climbing up the stairs of the Rockefeller Center in Manhattan. The climb was the equivalent of a 5K race, which is 3.1 miles, and I trained for this event with a team. Tip 1, stick to a routine. When I trained for my first 5K race, I used a program known as the Couch to 5K program. And it's great for beginners because it gets you into the mood of running by doing a series of walking and running. So it may tell you one day to walk for 2 minutes and then run for a minute. And as the weeks progress, you get to the point where you're fully running. There are currently many Couch to 5K apps that are available. And also online, when you Google Couch to 5K, you can see a variety of plans that you can use. For my first half marathon, I went to New York Road Runners website and they had a series of plans that you could print out. So I printed out a 10-week plan. It was a 10-week personal plan where they gave you recommendations on what days to run for speed, what days to rest, what days to run casually. So each week they would give you a layout as to what days you should run and how you should run. Some people prefer to run with a team rather than run alone. There are a lot of running groups out there on Meetup, for example, as well as teams such as Teams in Training that run for a particular cause. And that's a great way to build community and also get the support you need. In addition, you'll oftentimes find people of all ages, all backgrounds, all levels of experiences. Number 2, feel free to do a combination of indoor and outdoor training. Personally, I always preferred running on the treadmill indoors at the gym because it provided more cushion to my joints and less wear and tear over time. However, those who prefer an outdoor experience can train fully outdoors. Or you could do a combination of both, whatever suits you. Number 3, buy high quality sneakers, invest in insoles if necessary, and blister resistant socks. It is so crucial that you invest in high quality footwear because you're going to be training with the footwear for an extended period of time. You should always try to find footwear that caters to your particular foot type. For example, I have flat feet with no arch. So it's so important that I get a sneaker that has proper cushioning, and I usually supplement my sneaker with a good quality brand of insoles to help to provide further support. Try various brands and see what works best for you. In terms of insoles, I would always use Power Step, which I found to work really well for my feet. In addition, when you choose sneakers, make sure your sneakers are specifically for running. Don't get sneakers for basketball or for leisure or for any other activity. Make sure that they are specifically for running and that you wear those sneakers when you do your runs. Buy a separate pair of sneakers for your daily activities so that you can preserve your sneakers longer. I also recommend that for race day, it's great to wear blister resistant socks. You can find them at running stores, and I find that they're very helpful for long distance runs because your feet are taking a lot of pressure and a lot of pounding from the pavement. So the blister resistant socks can help you from getting blisters. Tip 4, 4, make sure you stretch before and after your runs. I find this tip to be crucial because when you first start off running, you're going to be very sore very quickly. You're not accustomed to running and it's something new for your body, so soreness is very common. It's very important that you take some time to stretch before and after your runs to loosen your joints and to get them warmed up. There are several YouTube videos that have stretching exercises that you can do prior and after your runs. Some people also implement yoga in their routine and they find it helpful to also keep their body limber. 5, keep Epsom salt and pain relief cream handy. You will definitely need items such as these. Oftentimes after a long run where you exert yourself, you're going to feel sore from the top to the bottom. If you feel intense soreness, you could buy some Epsom salt and put that in your bath and just let it marinate on you and you will feel much better. In addition, there are so many pain relief creams that you could apply to points of soreness. This is just one particular brand, Icy Hot, but there are so many other brands on the market that I've used. Asper cream, there's Arnica cream, there's Tiger Balm. So look into various pain relief creams and see which ones would suit you best. When you apply the pain relief cream, make sure you massage it into the skin so that it provides quick relief to your muscles. Massage any points that you feel there are knots or any points that have tension. Number 6, invest in a sports watch or any tracking device. It's helpful during your runs to keep track of your pace if you're running for speed, or to be aware of your heart rate and your calories burned. And you could do that through a sports watch such as Garmin, Nike, or any others on the market, or you could just rely on an app on your phone that provides those specifics for you. 6, make sure you stay hydrated and don't forget to breathe. During your runs, you may be so focused on running and getting your mileage in that you forget to hydrate. It's so important to not only remain hydrated with water, but also continue to breathe deeply through your nose and out through your mouth so that you could continue to oxygenate your body as you move. During your runs, you can have a waist belt with you that you could get from an athletic training store, which has the water bottles attached to it so you can always rehydrate during your runs. Tip number 7, do not wear new footwear on race day. It's so important that you wear sneakers that you're accustomed to, that your foot works well with on the day of the race. If you try new sneakers on the day of the race, it may result in blisters because that particular model does not work well with your foot type. So always wear sneakers that you have found to be helpful for your performance. Tip 9, do not run 2 days prior to your race, or if you do so, very light activity. Traditionally, I would give my body a rest before the big race day so I wouldn't do any training. However, if you choose, you could do a light jog, a quarter of a mile long, but nothing too intense because you want your body to have some level of rest before the big day. Tip 10, hydrate and eat carbs before your race. It is so important that you remain hydrated and have a good carb level prior to race day. The night before, I would consume a lot of water and eat carbs so that I have the glycogen reserves that could be converted into energy throughout the course of my race. The water also hydrates the body and prevents the formation of lactic acid that could form in the muscles as you run. And in terms of food, I would usually get a small personal size pan pizza, whole wheat crust, gluten-free, and I would just consume that. And that would be a little bit of a splurge before having to put in the mileage the next day. I hope that you found these tips useful. Tell me what tips you think you would implement in your training, and also any advice in the comments as to other tips that you would give based upon your experience to perform your best on race day. Thank you for your time with me today. Like and subscribe and comment, and we'll see you soon.